Hi everyone! So we've been on a bit of a go slow with sharing our interviews. This video coming up was actually from Elana quite a few weeks ago, but it's still good. And she talks in it about falling out with someone close to her and how God helped her to navigate that, and some Christian hip hop that she's been listening to as she's gone through this. And actually, as I listened to this again today, I actually asked God what he wanted to say to me about something I'm going through at the moment. And I actually found it really helpful. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute. Off we go.
Hi there, my name's Elana. Hope everyone's doing okay. Just a little bit about me. I've got two girls and my husband Carl, who is a huge Arsenal fan. I'm a civil servant and I work locally in Peterborough, which is great. So this week I've mainly been working. Unfortunately I can't work from home, so I have to go into the office, but it's not been too bad. We've also done some baking this weekend, which has been really good, and also I've got a friend who was taken into hospital a couple of weeks ago, so I've just been trying to support her and keep her upbeat and whatnot, and I've just found out she's going home today, so that's amazing. So main challenge is actually something that's been going on for a couple of weeks, not just this week. I've fallen out with a family member who I'm really close to, and because we're so close, it's been really challenging and really upsetting, and just something that, you know, I just don't want that to continue anymore. It's already gone on too long. So God actually spoke to me this weekend and has told me to swallow my pride, which has been quite hard. It's taken a while for that message to actually sink in, to be honest, but I know that it's the right thing. So today I've tried to make some headway with that, and hopefully the relationship can be repaired. So at the moment, the worship song that I'm loving is called Close, and it's by a hip hop artist called No Big Deal. I apologise if I've said that incorrectly. Just discovered him, just discovered Christian hip hop as a whole, and love that song. Actually, I heard it a couple of weeks ago. I heard a worship group singing it, and then found the song, found who the artist was, and really enjoying that song. So my top tip relates to the current situation, and kind of where we are now, and it's that it's okay to be okay. I think we've had such a long period where things weren't okay and things weren't possible and were totally off the table, and now we are trying to get back to a new normal. I think it's important to remember that it's okay to accept the changes. It's okay to feel all right about those changes and to consider them and make them part of your life now. It's okay to be okay about it, if that makes sense. It's been really distressing for everyone, but on completely different levels. And I think in the beginning, when people still felt okay, a lot of people weren't okay with that, for want of a better word. So yeah, I'm feeling okay at the moment, and I just think that that's something to be encouraged all around, and it's just going to help us all. So hope you enjoyed my little interview, and hope everyone's staying safe and staying well.
So as I was mentioning at the start, Elena's video actually, and what she kind of shared, was really helpful for me as well. So what I was kind of mentioning that I've been going through is that I have to make quite a lot of difficult decisions all the time, really, about money and planning for the future, and I've actually found it really hard to make some of them. I actually feel tortured by indecision sometimes. I just literally don't know what to do, and I feel like no matter what I'm going to choose, I'm going to get something wrong, or something's going to go wrong. And then today I was chatting, earlier today I was chatting with someone, and they criticised me about one of these things that I have to make a decision about, and something I was feeling quite rubbish about just kind of came to the surface basically when they did that. I think kind of, you know, since I've been quite young, probably since I was 12, I've struggled with low self-esteem and even kind of self-hatred sometimes. And it's been a big challenge for me on and off since I was quite young, that's kind of reared its ugly head. And so really it was very much about kind of old wounds being dug up, and just everything came back in a flash. But as I listened and I started a conversation with God, and I felt like he was saying that he would carry me through the fire and all of the worry that I had around that, and that I shouldn't hide it. I shouldn't kind of hide from it or back off from it. I actually should kind of, you know, let myself really hear what was said to me, and not withhold love or kindness from the person who said it. And I felt like he said he would show me how to navigate this, and that I wouldn't be crushed in the process. Sometimes, you know, when something feels really intense, it's just like, oh my gosh, I really don't even want to go through it. I just can't do it. Just like pretend it's not happening. But actually it was the opposite of that God was calling me to, basically. And yeah, so even though I feel so raw in this situation, I really feel that and that it's not even resolved yet, I really felt like God was saying that I would actually survive, I'd get through it, and I'd get through it and be all the better for it, basically. So I just wondered if maybe that's something that's helpful to hear for some of you guys. Maybe you're thinking about your future choices. Maybe you're going through awkward, frustrating things with friends or family members. But I just really feel like I should share that. And that, you know, me sharing that and what Elana shared will hopefully encourage you that, and help you to realise that God will walk you through it if you invite him into that journey that you're going on. So I'm just going to pray. God, I just pray that everyone that hears this would encounter your wisdom, your guidance and your closeness this week, that they would feel you really, really close. They would hear your voice, and yeah, that they would just come through whatever situation they're going through right now, all the better for it, because you've been in it. And there's this really good verse which says, it's kind of a mysterious verse, but it says, I will give you the treasures of darkness and hidden wealth of secret places, so that you may know that it is I, the Lord, the God of Israel, who calls you by your name. And that's Isaiah 45 verse 3. But I think that thing about the treasures of darkness, that even in like really things that feel really dark, really horrible, unpleasant, actually God has treasures that he's gonna help us to discover in those places as we go through it with him.